Princess Peach?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. You want to sing that song? Peaches, peaches, peaches,
Peaches, peaches, peaches.
peaches, 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 peaches. You know what? Literally, I watched that last night, man, with my wife. She was like halfway knocked out on the fucking pills, and she was like just smiling.
What's going on, guys? How's it going? Here we are and popping through culture, and I got my two best friends over here. I just you say that, but we got a little bit. We got Marvin right here in the middle, showing it up.
I am the Swurve. Hello.
And on my right, I got my Rico.
What up? What up?
From Reflection Comics, and we are
popping through culture.
Today we're doing episode 10. We are
Big 10.
Big 10.
Big
we
10.
Big 10 this episode. We have a lot to go over.
If you don't know what 10 is, it's this many.
It's this many.
There you go.
It's 10 ones.
10 ones.
Together.
My kids learned that.
2 5s.
Yes, 2 5s.
You didn't need your toes for this, right? Okay.
5 2s, right?
5 2s.
5 2s, right? So guys, make sure you are subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Make sure you comment if you have any thoughts or concerns, or you just want to tell Marvin he's awesome because he needs a little ego boost with that.
I do need the boost of the egos.
So guys, with that being said, we'll roll the intro and we'll get right into this.
Popping through culture. Popping through culture. Popping, pop, 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 popping culture, baby.
Remake, pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. What?
Pop, pop, go the
Weasel.
Pop,
Goes Weasel.
go the weasel. Weasel. Pickety pop, pop, pickety pop, pop, popping, popping. Popcorn.
Popcorn. All right, what's up? We're back.
I'm leaving that in.
How you guys
awesome,
doing?
guys.
How are we doing? So what are we talking about? Why are we here? What are we popping in and out of? I love the way that sounded.
This is PG-13, correct?
For the most part.
Sure.
All right.
Are we throwing F-bombs? Because last episode we threw some F-bombs.
We threw some F-bombs.
You
would have known, but you know.
You would have known if you were here, but whatever.
I was out, okay? I was sick. I was pregnant.
He was on vacation.
That's my business.
He was on vacation.
It's beautiful, too.
All right. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're talking about what's going on in the MCU. A lot of ups and downs on the MCU. We're talking about the DCEU, right?
Yeah.
With the reformatting of
Superman Legacy.
And the casting, because we have the whole cast on Superman Legacy.
Just about. You know, I guess you could say the main characters. Just the main characters, which is gonna be.
I mean, that's really all you're worried about. I'm not worried about the door holder number 3.
No.
So
I'm worried about that guy.
I mean,
he needs to get paid.
Yeah, he does need to get paid. You know.
Well, so far the rundown for Superman Legacy is obviously gonna be Superman. We're gonna have Lois Lane. We're gonna have Jimmy Olsen. They're going to introduce Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. And we're going to get Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho. Okay. And She-Hulk. Yeah.
Not
Hawk Girl? Not Hawk Girl?
Not She-Hulk.
No, Hulk Girl. Excuse me.
Girl.
Hulk Girl.
We're going to edit that
Hawk.
out, right? Right? You're going to edit that part out?
We're not going to edit it out. It shows he's watching Smix. He's getting a little bit of Marvel in his DC.
I'm all over the place. I'm popping the culture right now.
Oh my God, you're popping through an alternate universe. He's an amalgam verse.
Yes.
Who's that metallic chick, though?
What metallic chick?
I don't know. I was looking at that.
Metallo?
No, it's not. It better not change sex.
I can't remember. Can you pop that up? Can you put that on your laptop?
They better not be undid Metallo as a woman. That would be really messed up. Because they did good so far with everything else.
And Lex Luthor as well. We got a good cast for member for Lex Luthor. He's a good actor.
Will he be bald-headed?
Yes, he will be.
Are we gonna put the names down?
Well,
I'm just trying to like you and your Wi-Fi over here. I'm just pretending I'm using the computer. So.
So how do you guys feel? You guys are confident in James Gunn taking over? Well, he's co-CEO of the DCU now.
I mean, I'm pretty confident. You know what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't want it to turn in, like I mentioned earlier,
what did you mention earlier?
To a Zack Snyder situation where they put him up on this pedestal and you're like, oh my God, James Gunn, he's amazing, he's gonna do everything, and Suicide Squad and everything else. I want to make sure he keeps momentum. Me, I can do anything. I'm just gonna go watch and stuff my mouth with popcorn. But anyway,
really?
Yeah, I mean, buttered popcorn. If you show up at a showing with us. But there's that. Hi.
We'll talk about the Marvels in a little bit, by the way.
He's still trying to poke fun at me. This hurts. Go on though.
It's so nice and sweet, sweet, sweet. So James Gunn. I mean, so far he's been great. He's been awesome. I mean, he hasn't missed a beat.
But his track record is good though.
His track record is good, but that's the same thing like with Zack Snyder.
All he did was 300.
Yeah, and apparently he did Watchmen, which I totally forgot he did Watchmen.
Exactly.
So
that was
there you
good.
go.
And Man of Steel.
You're right, sir.
And Batman vs Superman.
Are we going to talk about that? Which one?
Which one?
Where?
BV's.
Ben Affleck.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he did that one too.
He did that, but he had to drop out early because
that's right, because of his
R.I.P. his daughter.
His daughter.
I thought that was Justice League. That was Justice
No.
League. He dropped out of Justice League.
Was that Justice League?
Yes. He dropped
Okay.
out of Justice League. He didn't do.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah, that's why we have the.
You're right.
That's why we have the two different versions: the Snyder
Yeah.
cut and then
Yep.
Josh Whedon. There we go.
You know what? You're so smart,
You're
sir.
absolutely
You're
right.
Big brain.
Hey, remember, everybody, Chris is smart.
You know, it's not
You're
just
okay.
the shell. There's stuff inside the massive.
That hair, each strand has over 1 billion terabytes of information in each strand.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Like a brainiac, right?
It's
Yeah.
Brainiac.
Brainiac.
It's Brainiac 12.0.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
goodness.
So, yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts on it. I hope he does good. So far, the cast is looking really good. I mean,
I like the cast.
they pretty much casted a younger Henry Cavill
Yeah.
for the thing. I mean, they
Who,
could
Henry
just-
who?
Cavill is pronounced like travel. Travel. Cavill.
In the hood, your name Cavill.
Cavill.
Okay.
Run with it, Soup.
Suit.
Back to you, Chris.
Sorry.
Oh,
I was
and
enjoying my memory.
today's episode is brought to you by
No, we cannot.
Styrofoam.
Oh.
It is good and it keeps your drinks cold and your hot drinks hot. Thank you. Just
goodness.
put the fuck-
Woo!
Yeah, you're like, oh no, we don't have sponsorships yet. We can't show anything unless we have a sponsorship
This
on
is
it.
brought to you by milk. He needs
Oh.
some milk.
All I saw was Sue.
No, why?
No.
No, there.
man.
You can throw it up and say you're drinking something. You just can't
Yeah.
like.
Well, they always put like stickers on their stuff.
That's because they're you can't. I don't think you can claim.
You can't say, "Hey."
You know, so and so brand, right? So,
Yum.
sucking up that ice. But anyway,
Water.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Those are my thoughts.
About Superman.
Back to you, Rico.
All right. Well,
Back to you, Rico, in the studio.
Hi, this is Rico, and I'm out here in the so windy. No.
I said in the studio. He was like, he's outside.
He was outside in the wind.
I'm out.
It's
in the
windy.
streets. I'm out here in these streets, man, slinging these comics, man.
Oh my God.
I'm so tough.
Oh god.
This guy.
But no, in all seriousness, we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy. We've seen
Great.
Suicide Squad.
Great.
One track record. All writers, directors, they have when they go from one genre of film to the next is they keep their style of filmmaking. I don't want to see a bright, bubbly DCU because it's not written that way. MCU, it fits. Everything's very vibrant and epically. It was wide and big and colors. DC, you don't get that. You get dark. You get sinister. Think about all the cast. I mean, not all the cast, but all the characters in DC. You know, they're not big, bright, bubbly characters. There's a lot of depth and a lot of seriousness to these characters, and I just hope he doesn't lose the authenticity of these characters and make them funny and jokeful and bubbly.
But he did that in Guardians 3.
Yeah, but it fit.
Because
You know?
that's Marvel.
Yeah,
Not-
it went with the. It just
Not
it flowed well.
whiny
between
So you
that.
want dark, brooding Batman, like up on the tower,
Well,
holding on
that's,
the guard?
that's
no, but-
Batman.
Yeah,
you
but-
know.
Yeah, but Superman is very bright. He's like
Well,
the man in the sun. Like,
well,
how are you gonna make him
How
dark?
you
Like
gonna
Man
make
of
the sun
Steel?
guy?
Well, I don't see Superman like that. Like Superman, he is the symbol of hope, but he's also
That's what that S on his chest.
he's
is.
also
Actually means
he
hope.
also has an inner struggle of, I'm an alien that wants to be a human. I don't want to be a superhero. I
I
want to
think
fit
he's got
in.
over it.
I think he's gotten over that.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
we're
gotten
looking
over
at a Superman that's young, coming to Metropolis for the first time.
You got a point.
You know, I don't
got
want.
some
I want
it.
to.
Touche.
It's his
Yeah.
beard.
I shaved.
The
Well,
brains in the beard.
brains
Brains
in
in
the
his beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I just hope we're not getting a Guardians of the Galaxy Suicide Squad style of film when we get this.
So you want to keep it dark and brooding?
No, I'm not saying that exactly. I don't
Then
want
what
to
are you
see.
saying?
I don't want to see a remake, but I also don't want to. I don't want to have
So I give
a.
him time to say it.
I don't want to have a Guardians of the Galaxy feel when I watch a Superman movie. You know, I don't want that. I want this to be. He needs to open up his horizon and really embrace what DC
well, with
is.
the characters that he has in there, if they do Lex Luthor right, you know what I'm saying, and Hawk Girl, and if you do Guy Gardner right, it's gonna be some profanity.
Yeah.
Metamorpho. Yeah, and Mr. Terrific, you got the brain, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
It
Do you
depends on
think
how
he's jamming too many characters?
I wouldn't say he's jamming too many characters, just due to the fact that in every other superhero movie we've gotten, like from DC, we've always gotten a run of the mill. Well, not I won't say run of the mill, but we've always gotten the same characters that we've always seen, and you know he's building a film that we're getting characters that we've never seen.
Yeah, I like
Live
Guy
action.
Gardner, and I like Metamorpho. I like Mr. Terrific.
Like-
We never seen him on the movie before.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, most of the cast that he got on there, it's like he just said, it's from every Superman movie. You got Jimmy, you got Lois, you got Lex Luthor. But, you know, we seen Hawk Girl once on the screen with...
We've seen her in a CW. You
yeah,
know, we've
no,
seen-
but she was also
No.
in...
What?
She wasn't... No, I'm thinking about Hawkman, my bad.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Hawkman, yeah. And,
So all of these
You're
characters
right.
that we're seeing, they have layers to them. Like,
Yep.
Like there's real conflict.
yeah.
with
So
these
how are you
characters.
gonna flush those characters out of characters the average person has never seen? Like, yeah, we know those characters, and we're gonna go to the movie to see those characters. But like the average moviegoer, like even the younger generation, don't necessarily know those characters. Even like say they may know Green Lantern, but they know Hal Jordan. They
You know Hal
might not
Jordan
know,
and
know
John
guy-
Stewart,
John
but they
Stewart
only
from,
know
the,
Guy
from
Gardner.
the cartoons. But there was Guy Gardner in I think Brave and the Bold. I think it was in there the cartoon.
Yeah.
But as far as like the Metallo, you said
Yeah.
I'm trying
Not
to
Metallo.
No,
Metamorpho.
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 I'm like scratching my
Better
head to
not
be honest
be a
with you. And I'm
female
like, who the
Metallo.
hell is that person?
Metamorpho, he could change... What?
Morpho. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he
I
changed
mean-
into different like chemicals and stuff like that. He has that ability to.
Yeah. So how do you flush those characters and like really to pop into another movie real quick like the Marvels, like
Who?
the Marvels
Who?
movie you weren't there for, I know, but they were able to cram a lot of stuff into that movie and made it a short movie.
Yeah.
But it was cohesive. How are they going to add? How are they going to flush out these characters that we've never seen before? Like the Marvels, we've seen all those characters on screen before. We're going to be seeing these characters for the first time, and then make it make sense.
I think
Make it make sense. I'm okay with it. But when they do all those jump cuts and it's like, here's this character for the first time. Here's this person. Oh, I've been around for the last 20 years. Where have you been? I mean, how are you going to make that make sense?
I think what James Gunn is doing is he's introducing certain characters in a Superman movie, so we can look forward to what's coming up next.
I'm gonna say they're like B-list characters because they're not part of the main lineup. Even Hawk Girl, she's not as famous as Hawkman, Metamorpho, and like I say Guy Gardner. Those are like the shit. Guy Gardner's like what the third string because you had.
Well, you've seen Hawkgirl and she was big in Justice League and Unlimited. I
Yeah, she
believe,
was.
in the cartoon. So you've seen her. You didn't see Hawkman in the cartoon. I think I think people are more familiar with Hawkman in like the comic aspect. But as far as on screen, it's been Hawkgirl for I don't know the last 10, 15 years.
No,
in the animated
in
stuff.
comic books, she's been real big. Like she's in the new Birds. No, she's in the new she was in Deceased quite a bit. Like she was a big forerunner in the cast of the Deceased comic book series, and she's also in the Birds of Prey comic book series.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like they're like
Yeah.
like usually when they do comic book related movies, they always push out the cast member or not the cast members. I don't know why I keep saying that, but they keep pushing out whoever's going to be in the movie. They make it a point to make comics of them. They get the fans ready for them and make them more relevant. So by the time they go see that movie, they're not like, "Well, who is this?" You know. I feel as though what they're going to do with this movie is basically, yeah, give you a bunch of different characters, but after the Superman movie, they're going to break them down and make their own movies. You know,
Well, you got to remember, with James Gunn, he did the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember, if only true comics heads knew who the heck Guardians of the Galaxy was, but the way he introduced them in there, you still got to know all of them in that first movie.
yeah,
So he doesn't. There's only a few like heroes in there because you got Lex Luthor and we all know them. We all know them. But and we know Hawk Girl. The main ones you got to really introduce is for those is Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and Metamorpho. So those are the ones you really got to kind of introduce. And Guy Gardner, he's a Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if he jumps right into Superman being Superman instead of having to worry about like,
please don't.
Who's Superman? Oh my God, you're a new character.
Do not take us back to the farm.
I'm like, please, like, let's just jump into it. Like, we know who these characters are already. It's like this is not new. Like, if you don't know who it is, go see the 50 other Superman movies.
You don't like when they show Batman and his parents getting killed over?
Yeah, let's not see that. But another thing I don't want to see, how they introduced, how Zack Snyder introduced Superman in Man of Steel. We had, a 2-hour film, and it was like an hour and 30 minutes of just Clark. And then the last half of the film, we saw him actually embracing
doing Superman.
Being Superman. I don't want that. Like, basically, you just took cliff notes for something that's already been made. You know, I hope out the gate he is Superman, and he's juggling being Superman and being Clark Kent.
Yeah, like I want an opening scene like him flying by.
Yeah,
like carrying like I don't know a busload of children. I don't know something silly, and it'd be like, hey, all right, better get changed back and to go write this article now.
So in other words, you don't want to be like the like scary movies, that trope where they hide the creature until like the last 10 minutes, and you see the creature be like, oh, that's what it look like, and then like after that they kill it, and then the movie goes off. You want to see Superman already brought out there since we already know it, and give it to you like that. You don't want to go back to the farm.
Don't want to go back to the farm. I've been to the farm. I've seen the farm. I know what the farm looks like. I got the shirt. Let's move on.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
I agree with you.
I mean, because then you save so much time instead of having to flush out like, oh, Superman came from the farm. He landed here from Krypton. He's an alien. Blah blah blah. That's another half an hour, 45 minutes of that nonsense. If you jump right into it, you're going right for the meat and potatoes. Give me the meat and potatoes like a freaking Brazilian buffet. Just give me the meat. Let's go.
What do you know about that Brazilian buffet?
Brazilian buffet is delicious. Okay.
Well, we also have not just Superman. That's one of the first. But I heard Creature Commandos is going to be one of the first things James Gunn's be putting out on.
Isn't that Creature
HBO.
Commandos the ones where they like the werewolf and?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, they're like Frankenstein,
werewolf.
Yeah, and Henry Cavill. Cavill. He's going to be playing Frankenstein. So he didn't really leave the MCU. He just changed.
You mean DC?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness.
Oh, he's doing Warhammer.
He also could be Captain Britain in the Marvel universe.
That would be dope. Which is what brother of who's the Psylocke?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Captain Britain's sister.
Psylocke.
Psylocke. Yeah.
Cyclops?
No, Psylocke.
Wow.
Oh, Psylocke.
Flip flop.
Olivia Munn? Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. So
and then we got the dreadful Booster Gold. Not looking forward to that.
That's Rico's favorite guy.
That's his favorite guy.
Hey, listen.
Booster
if you want to send anything, guys, send him some Booster Gold stuff. He will love you forever.
Please don't. Please don't.
So what's wrong with Booster Gold?
Oh, he's a dick. Sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought we were keeping this PG-13.
That means his name is Richard.
Richard.
That's Richard Gold. Richard Gold.
Like I just think he's a lame. Well, he's not a lame character. I just don't like what he did in Heroes in Crisis.
Actually, he is a lame character because he comes from the future, and the stuff that he has that he brings back here to the past makes him super. Because in the future, he was lame.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Booster Gold's history. So there you have it. Back to you, Chris, in the studio.
All right, so it's going to be raining today with a chance of raining frogs.
Is that coming out of the
It's
southwest?
coming south of your ass. And back to you, Marvin.
Thought we were keeping this PG, but
I-
Mr.
no,
Potty
I-
Mouth over here.
Yo,
All right, so we talked about the DCEU with Superman Legacy, right? We kind of flushed that out. We've got flushed out the characters, and I'm sure Marvin will put the pictures of all the characters and down below. We'll
Sure
line
will. This picture's right here. This is a picture of me right here.
Yeah, right. Hey guys. Yeah, right here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Down here, down below. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, so Superman Legacy. But now back to Marvel. We're gonna pop back over to Marvel, and we'll talk about what's going on with the Marvel universe and how is it? Is it breaking down? Is it alive? Is it thriving? I'm really excited for.
I think the Marvel universe has come to the end of time.
Come to the end of
No,
time.
I disagree with that. I really do, and I think.
We're not asking his opinion.
Well, why? Why?
He's a snitch.
I'm a snitch.
What?
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 What's going on
Why
here?
do you think the MCU is going down?
Are you
Because,
watching
sir,
all those,
because all right, check it out.
Negative Nancy's.
I say that because of the fact that point of my whole thing is this. Hear me now. For you comic book heads, you know the majority of the stories that they're working with, those were great stories. They didn't have to do much changing to it and everything, but for some reason, they want to go in there, they want to rearrange, they want to gender swap and all this other stuff, and it's not necessary. Just give us the story with an updated twist to it so it flows with our timeline and go. There it is. But everybody wants to keep tampering with stuff. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Don't touch it. Stop.
So you're saying basically the MCU has, 60, 50 years of storyboards.
Of stories.
And they just need to pick one and stick to the script?
Stick to the script, update it where it needs to be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No, we got internet now. We got all kind of stuff you can do, cell phones and stuff. And just keep it updated.
Right.
Take those old stories and update them a little bit. But stop making, switching up shit and stuff. Stop it.
Yeah, and guys, if you haven't seen the other episodes, our standing is pretty much the same since episode 1 here. Like, we're really tired of the gender swapping, the race swapping. Like, there are plenty of characters out there. There's plenty of multiverse beings that are out there. Like, stop turning them gay. Stop turning them black if they're white or Asian or, you know.
Stop it.
Just stop it. Just there's plenty of characters out there that they can use or create new ones. Stop,
Yeah.
maybe be original,
For
guys.
sure. Create some new characters MCU.
There was some, I guess you can call it fan fiction or whatever. I think I talked to you about this the other day, where there's a comic where Batman and Superman are lovers, but Batman is actually Lex Luthor.
You did send me that.
I was like, what? And that's a
Yeah.
real comic. Where don't you
I
have
don't.
that?
I don't have that.
You better
No,
not
wait.
have that in the story.
I had that. It was. No. This is a different one I'm thinking about. It's excuse me.
Oh,
My bad, man. Wow.
wow.
Excuse
See,
me. Dr. Pepper, man.
wow. See, good thing we're not a sponsor.
Swurve Comics is sponsored by Styrofoam. Goes down smooth.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, the one I'm thinking about, it came out a few months ago, and Lex Luthor was dying of cancer, and the only person he wanted with him was Superman, and it was a really emotional comic book, and it was almost like Lex Luthor. He isolated himself so much trying to defeat Superman. He had no one that cared about him. The person that he saw the most in his day was Superman. So it reminded me, actually, talking about the Watchmen. It reminded me of the Watchmen with Night Owl, and I think his name was Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Spectre that we know, but it's another person. And they were just nemesis, but they also were the most closest of friends and foes that they've ever been. And that's what that comic book was about. It was called Superman and Lex or something. something like that.
But didn't he go in? I think he goes into another multiverse to find a cure or something like that. He goes to find. Excuse me. He goes to hop into different multiverse, and he stumbles upon the multiverse of where Batman and Superman, excuse me, are gay lovers, and Batman is actually Lex Luthor. So he goes to find himself. What happens? He's looking for himself for a cure, and then in finding himself, he finds out that he's actually Batman in that universe.
I've never seen that comic before.
Sir, I think you're making stuff up.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Pull it up.
I think Chris is making stuff up.
Like I think the MCU.
I'm not that creative. I mean,
I think the MCU is in 2024. They're only coming out with one film.
Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3. And
Awesome.
I want to get to Deadpool 3,
I
but
don't think I'll watch the shit out of that.
I think it's going to be a smart idea because they're flushing too much MCU in our face.
Yep.
We don't have time to digest or process what we're watching, and we don't have time to care for it or long for it and miss it. And I feel as though, the MCU is doing a smart idea by just saying, let's just put one film out this year. If we put anything out on Disney Plus as a show, okay, cool. But let's give fans time to miss the MCU, and let's also give ourselves time to write good stories. And let's give our special effects department
time to do it right.
Exactly.
So it don't look like cartoon mixed with reality or get the skyline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because we've seen on, social media, YouTube, whatever, where creators have gone and fixed the VFX, the special effects, and it looks amazing. And it's like, they don't have a giant budget, but they're able to do it. It's like, why can they do it, like, sitting at home, on their, PC, but these multi-million-dollar studios can't get it right?
Because certain people aren't calling you, telling you, you done yet?
Oh yeah, you done yet?
You done yet?
We have this deadline.
We gotta get this. We got this deadline. We got to get this stuff done.
So I have a question.
Go.
What do you guys think if they went to more, say, I don't want to say low budget, or more approachable show, like do more shows where, like, the CW did the Arrowverse, and they had all these multiple characters instead of having to do such a big budget show where you're only getting 6 episodes. And it's like, okay, now I gotta wait another 2 years to get another 6 episodes because the budget's so big. There's everything behind it is so big, where they can only allocate so much towards those shows, and that way you can actually get more on a steady basis instead of so disconnected. Like, okay, I got this one show, I watched 6 episodes. Now I'm gonna watch another show 6 months from now, 6 episodes, and another 6 months from there, where you wind up getting disconnected and then seeing where these episodes are and being lost. So like, okay, what happened with this? When season 2 of Loki came out, I was like, okay, what happened there? I had to go back and rewatch it because I totally forgot because it's been so long.
Yeah.
And it was so short too. So you're going back and trying to rewatch it, not because maybe because you want to watch it because it was good, but also you have to go back and rewatch it because you're so so lost and so disconnected. I'm sorry.
Well, you have to go back and check. Like that's like when a part 2 of a movie come out and it had some time to it. You got to go back and watch part 1 so you catch up to it. So when you go see part 2, you be like, oh, now I remember all that how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I got.
So what do you think about that? Like if they were to do something like that, because
that's what they need to do. They like you just said, they've been given too much, so you need to pull back, give less. Remember back in the day, a movie come out, it'd be like a couple of years before you get like part 2. And then when part 2 come out, you like, yeah, they finally dropped part 2. Now everybody got this and everything's readily available.
Yeah.
So everybody, give me now, right now. I want to see what happened on part 2. And you can't do that with like movies and stuff. You got to build up that longing for it. So when it drops, you're like, okay, cool. They finally got part 2. It looks like it's going to be good too. That way it's not rushed. You're not rushing to get the special effects done, and go back to practical effects too. Kill out some of that CGI and go back to practical, costumes and stuff like that and everything. That stuff was cool too. That made the movie feel more realistic.
Yeah.
Well, when you got all these, energy blast and going to space and all these big things, you're gonna have to have those special effects. It's
You
not
didn't like the little string with the thing with the little.
or maybe like a little holding plane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You like that?
Like
Well,
Waterworld?
lights through a bunch of holes, like old
Exactly.
school Star Wars.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
I just think they just, like you were saying in the beginning, is that when they do MCU movies, keep it to the comics. Like you have
Perfect format. You got
you
the
have whole
perfect.
volumes. You can sit up here and make a Deadpool movie and go through history of Deadpool and keep it comic book accurate. And I understand, I always say comic book accuracy doesn't always translate well on film,
on film.
but doesn't mean you gotta reboot and rewrite and recast, or I understand you wanna put these characters in conflict and make a story, and whenever you write a story you want to put a little extra into it, but you got a guideline. Stick to the guidelines.
Basically, like stick to the foundation of it.
Yeah.
Stick to the foundation of it. Like I said, alter a few things to make it up to date. Like cell phones. You got the internet. You got DMs. You can DM somebody. It ain't well, I haven't heard from it. Why not? Did you check your cell phone? You got that part, so you can clear up some stuff. But other than that, stick to the basis of the story. Stop change. You got plenty of story.
Yeah.
Stop. This PG-13?
PG-13.
Stop smudging it up. Stop fudging it.
So so you know how Disney's been doing the live action of all the classic cartoon movies?
Who?
Yeah.
The mouse. Right?
Oh.
The mouse.
The mouse.
You have a huge archive of superhero movies, cartoon formats. That are amazing. Do that.
Yeah.
You already have a studio that does it, and we're like a little lackluster on most of them. But I mean, for the most part, it's the stuff. But I mean, that's easy, more translatable than say The Lion King, or Aladdin, whatever.
How they did Lion King, where their face didn't move, just their lips.
Right. The live action Lion King.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, it was like you have a catalog of stuff that you can pull from, and just let's remake it live action.
True.
In other words, you have, like I said, a foundation to work from.
But they're trying to reinvent the wheel, where you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
It's like,
but
go on.
Yeah,
Tim.
come
I don't know. It's just when it comes down to this 2024. All we got is Deadpool,
And that's good.
Yeah, but this is going to be what, Deadpool rebooting? Because I heard a rumor about the MCU is going to be rebooted. Like the whole entire MCU is going to be rebooted. But at the same time, it's not skipped. And it's going to be basically Deadpool versus the Marvel Universe. Which
is it Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe?
Yeah. But at the same time, we have Tom Holland re-signing for Spider-Man 4. So we're going to get that. And the way we're going to get that is just how it left off in Spider-Man No Way Home, where now he's by himself. He has no family. He has no friends. No one knows him as...
Are they going to mix Madam Web in there with those other spider people
They can't.
I've seen?
Oh my goodness.
What?
What?
You hadn't seen that?
Madam Web.
Yeah.
All right. You want to talk about Madam Web?
No, I was joking.
We can talk about
I
Madam
was
Web.
just joking, man.
Okay.
I got a SIVO. Let's go.
There are like 4 new spider people.
Yeah.
Well, it's canon. It's just
It's
canon.
canon. No?
You know,
Like,
when I read Madam Web and Spider-Man, she was an old lady.
Yeah.
And it ain't have nothing to do.
Oh, did they even show who Madam Web is? Or
Yeah, the main character.
The main character is Madam Web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the main character is Madam Web.
Yeah.
And
The comic book Madam Web is like.
I don't think
well,
Madam
we
Web.
see her, but we see her from that old lady. But before that, she's exactly what we saw in the trailer. Like, she wasn't born old. She didn't just manifest old.
But that's what she made relevancy though with Spider. It's like certain characters you can't give certain characters a solo movie. That she belongs in a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why
Spider-Man is the lead. Madam Web's in there. She'd be
She's
good
like the
in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. And I'm interested in seeing how they're gonna do Madam Web, which is Sony?
Yeah.
And then they're coming out with
Kraven the Hunter.
Venom. There's a Venom movie being made
Venom
right
3.
now.
Yeah. Venom 3.
And
Is he
then,
ever gonna meet Spider-Man? Is he ever gonna get the spider?
Well,
on his chest? No?
well, I know the last scene from Tom Hardy's Venom was
He left a poop.
yeah.
Yeah,
of poop
goop.
on.
The goop.
Now, are we
Goopy
gonna
poop, then
see?
goopy poop.
Are they gonna roll over Madam Web with Venom with Tom Hardy's Venom, or are they gonna switch? Are they gonna bridge that over to the MCU?
They're gonna be like, it's Craven time.
It's Craven time.
And then Kraven the Hunter. Oh my goodness.
Actually, the action in that movie, from seeing the trailers, it looked like it's pretty good.
Yeah, but
But-
Russell Crowe's Kraven. They should have had him as Kraven. Like I would have enjoyed it if the guy that's he also played Quicksilver and
Quicksilver,
Kick-Ass.
yeah. So
It would have been cool if we would have saw an origin of Kraven the Hunter.
Well, that's what we're getting.
But we saw him as young Kraven the Hunter, and it ended with Russell Crowe as Kraven the Hunter. That would have been cool.
I thought Russell Crowe was his dad.
Yeah, I know. Russell Crowe's his dad, but if you look at comic books and then you look at Russell Crowe, he is the best candidate to play Kraven the Hunter.
I need someone like Brolic. Like Craven the Hunter is like
Russell Crowe's not small.
no, but he's
He's old.
He has the face, he
maybe
has the
like
hair,
young,
he has the accent.
maybe like young Russell Crowe. I
like
mean,
Gladiator
Like
stuff?
Gladiator
like
Russell
Gladiator.
Crowe.
Yeah.
Not-
Okay. All right.
not Thor
Not
Love
to-
and Thunder Russell Crowe.
Not
Well-
today's Russell
Well,
Crowe.
I don't know, man. Like, what, he's in his 40s, 50s? Half the
Yeah.
MCU right now are in that age, 40s and 50s. You
Yeah,
know?
but maybe-
War Machine himself, he's like almost 60 years old. He's almost 60
Who,
years
Don
old.
Cheadle?
Yeah. He's
So-
like,
so see, like-
mid-50s.
That well, okay. Now that's bring up a good point. That's the thing about like if you want to recast a character because real life and movies people age. We're aging out of that period.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, it's comics. You know, you have a superhero that will go 50 years and they aged a day.
Because Spider-Man was still in high school for a long time.
Yes, he was in high school for I don't know how many years was he in high school for?
Then he
before
finally
went
made it to college.
Then he went to
That
college.
guy
and
was an
then,
Yeah.
idiot.
Well, they kind of messed him up. Like, when he was in high school, going to college.
Did we meet Parker when he was like senior year? Or it might have been junior
In the
or
comic
senior-
books?
Yes.
In the comic,
Junior
it
or
started
senior
like
year.
what? I think it was like junior.
Yeah, he was in 10th grade.
Yeah, like 10th,
No,
11th grade.
Yeah.
You're right, and it took him a long time to get a senior too. That was one long school year.
Yeah.
And the way they basically
No
vamped
spring
him
break,
out.
No.
no summer
Right on.
vacation, Christmas break, Thanksgiving, none of that shit. This is a long ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you do these characters, you want to keep the storyline, the continuity aligned, then I would appreciate them, you know, filling a new character, new actor, because you want to keep the storyline going, but you want to keep, you know, their appearance, I guess, or you know, or I guess you could just do CGI if you want to keep that actor. But a lot of these actors are like, oh, I've been doing this person for so long. I mean, get over yourself. You guys get paid millions of dollars to
Yeah, you're
do.
an actor. That's your job.
That's your job.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Shut
we
the
have
hell
you know,
up.
the rest of the world who works the same job for 30-something years.
Mm-hmm.
No one's complaining there, but you get paid millions of dollars. Oh no, I get
I
paid
did 5 movies and now I'm making
tired.
$50 million and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Give me your check,
You
bro.
get,
Right?
you get to see the world, and you know.
What the hell did you do?
I don't know. I'm
Jesus.
still looking for you, man.
Jesus.
You'll never catch me, coppers. No.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
See?
Damn, copper.
Right.
But you know, these whiny actors or you know actresses, you know, get to do what we would love to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hang me up by strings. I don't freaking care. I'll be flying around all day, left and right. I'll be biggest smile on my face.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
you know, so they want to get out of the role and you know go do their indie film and stuff like
Well,
that. You know, stuff
I get that, because, like, if you think about it, whenever you see Tom Holland, you think of Spider-Man. No matter what movie he's in. You go, Peter Parker.
Not really. He
Not
did the other
really.
one.
No?
What was the other movie he did?
Uncharted?
Uncharted. That was
I
pretty good.
saw, honestly, I saw Peter Parker. Like, same thing when I see Tobey Maguire. I think of Peter Parker, and I've seen plenty of Tobey Maguire movies, but Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield, he's done a lot of movies.
No, Andrew Garfield's a bang ass actor, man.
You're right.
I don't see him as Spider. I just say he played Spider-Man.
Well, he was my favorite version of Spider-Man. So
but
that's probably why.
he does a lot of. He's a really really good actor, man.
Yeah.
What is that? Dunkirk.
Yes.
That was real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
So, like,
need to just
or-
take a step outside the comic book shop.
Right,
Wow.
yeah, tell me about it. But like Robert Downey Jr. Like all I saw from Sherlock Holmes well, he's one of those actors where, he can really embody a role. But when he comes out and does his own thing, like when he did with Sherlock Holmes, it was basically Sherlock Holmes went into the future and ended up playing as Tony Stark. They were the same exact characters.
Really?
Maybe
Listen.
one had an English accent and one didn't. But for the most part, they were both highly educated super geniuses. That was just always the smartest person in the room. Only thing's different. One had low tech, the other one was high tech.
Hey, listen, don't mess with Doctor Doolittle, okay?
Doctor.
Oh, that one.
We don't even
went.
talk
That
about
was
that.
terrible, boys.
We didn't even talk about that one.
Oh boy.
And then Doctor Doolittle, he was just a crazy Sherlock Holmes. Like he looked exactly the same. But I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great actor, one of my favorites, and I can't see no one else playing Tony Stark but Robert Downey. But he's just people. They don't want to get typecasted, so they want to get off and back out or.
But
do
if you've
other
been in a
things.
Marvel movie, you're typecast.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
if it's part of the original.
what about like television shows? You have actors who do 10 years and multiple episodes, and not like you've shot they're shooting 26 episodes, hour-long episodes for 10 years, the same character,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, we'll ride this till the freaking wheels fall off, or until the writers freaking fuck it all up.
Well, yeah, that's true. Cause like, what's his name? Oh my goodness.
Grant Gustin,
No. Hugh Larry.
you who?
You
You who?
you.
You hello?
How he?
View, hello. Oh yes, definitely. View, hello. View, hello.
He was House.
You. Oh, you talking about from House?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I see him, all I think is House.
Well, he made that role pop.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great show.
That was a good show.
Great show.
A doctor with a drug addiction.
I mean, not breaking molds here or anything.
And then back what you were saying with not typecast, with gender swapping. I want to talk about the new Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone immediately thought that they were rebooting Silver Surfer. And
Oh, I love everyone getting all like,
and
oh
they were
my
like,
God, it's gonna
Silver
make a
Surfer
girl.
is a guy. And like, well, then this particular Silver Surfer is
It's not Norrin Rad.
No, it's not at all. Actually, has no relation to Norrin Rad. It's
No
a herald
relation.
from Galactus, yes, but it's the daughter of Hercules,
Hercules.
and her name is Juno. You know,
Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules,
What's the word,
Hercules.
and that's supposed to be from what I'm hearing in the Eternals. But I didn't hear anything about a new Eternals movie except for that character being in the new Eternals.
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 Internals?
Interns?
Interns.
Chocolate turtles?
The interns.
The interns. But like I said, like we was talking about earlier, okay, there is a alternate female Silver Surfer, but is that the popular Silver Surfer? That my thing is this. I thought Hollywood was into the business of making money. I thought the main business thing was make your customers happy so they'll come back. Now it's like
It's the woke
we're gonna make something, you're gonna watch it, and that's it. If you don't like it, then you're a phobic, ism or misogyny or toxic masculinity.
Getting massages?
I'm a magicianist.
Okay.
I make stuff disappear. But and it's like, just give people what. If you want to make money, give the people what they want.
Yeah.
So, doing the female Silver Surfer, I'm Hollywood. Nobody's gonna watch it. Sorry. And
You don't think so?
No, because everybody wants Norrin Rad. They want the original Silver Surfer. You want the ones. Go at. You want to see female Silver Surfer, or you want to see
True.
the Silver Surfer, Norrin Rad? Everybody gonna tell you, I want to see Norrin Rad. Nobody's saying there's nothing wrong with the female Silver Surfer, but that's not what everybody knows.
Yeah, that is very
So
true.
it's like if you want people to come to the movies, give the people what they want to come to the movie. Even in the Fantastic Four, the second one, that was cool how they made Silver Surfer look, man.
Who was that? Was that Paul Bettany? Silver Surfer?
That was Paul Bettany in the suit, but that was Lawrence Fishburne's
That's the voice, yeah. Who else did they do that with? Like where they had a an actor.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, I was gonna say Darth Vader.
I was gonna see who got it.
Darth Vader. But
Unless that was James Jones in the suit. And then he come out.
Oh my goodness.
He's from Zamunda.
yeah, so now that we have pretty much the only movie coming out next year is Deadpool 3.
From Marvel.
From
Yeah.
Marvel, yes, because
Sony got
DC's like, oh, we're gonna try to catch up and make throw out all these movies at you, but as Rico scrolls through Silver Surfer, yes, we already know what Silver Surfer looks like.
I didn't know, sir.
I'll throw it up on the screen. Silver Surfer, there you go.
Have him fly across the
Right
screen.
Very slowly and alone, monologuing to herself or himself.
Hmm?
I don't know. I'm not a big. Oh, I'm gonna get so much heat for this. I'm not a big fan of Silver Surfer.
Sir, and the heat starts now.
like,
Why not, sir?
I think
Yeah.
I
Is it because he's on the board?
no.
Because he can surf?
Like
Is it
Silver
'cause he's
Surfer,
like
Silver Surfer Black was a good storyline, and that was like 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
When that comic came out,
Wow.
Silver Surfer Black.
Wow. So many
Um,
things right now.
but like I have like the earliest Super Surfer.
Is it like Goku Black?
Like that.
Yeah, Silver Surfer Black. How do you guys not know about that? Read a comic.
Wow. Wow.
But
My feelings are hurt now.
like it's just every time I open up a Silver Surfer comic, it's just him floating to space, monologuing to his loneliness.
Well, he's in space. There's nobody else out there.
It's just
I mean, what do you want to do? Like,
He doesn't hang out with a bunch
Find
of
a
cats,
planet.
you know what I'm saying?
have
find
his,
a planet. Why are you being a nomad?
have
you
his,
know?
But that's his job. He's doing his freaking job. He's a herald for the Galactus. He's going to find him a good restaurant
Yeah.
for Galactus.
Yeah.
maybe
he's trying to
talking
find
maybe he's
like-
talking to the board.
There you go. He's finding him
I
the
wanna-
Ruth Chris of
like,
planets.
When I see him like in other comics interacting with other heroes and doing and having different types of conflict, yeah. But his solo, his comics is just
I think he's a hater.
bloop, 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 gone.
I mean, he's the silver
He's a silver
surfer.
surfer.
Yeah.
He's surfing through space.
Surfing space, riding those waves.
There's no waves in
Riding
space.
those
Yes,
astral
they are.
waves.
He's
astral-
riding radio
Astral
waves.
waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Radio
Radio
waves.
waves.
The radio waves.
Microwaves.
The
Microwave-
microwaves.
Gamma waves.
Gamma waves. Yeah.
Those are the big
All right,
green crushing
fine.
waves.
He's a big wave rider. All
There
right.
you go.
See, there we go.
All right. I knew that was coming.
Sir, you asked for it, and we
Yeah.
couldn't hold back. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean-
that's how it is.
So who's your least liked superhero?
least like superhero
Yeah,
from
one
what?
super-
Marvel or DC?
Anything, any superhero or villain that you can say, I just don't like that one.
I don't know. I don't have a least like. Let me see. Come back to me,
Yeah.
Chris.
Come back to me because I'm thinking wait a minute, we did this in episode 2 of
No, we
least like,
didn't.
and I'm trying to remember so I don't have to go off, roll back and be like, in episode 2 he said this, and now he's saying something different. Why don't you be consistent, Chris? So
You said you didn't like Condiment King.
Condiment Man.
Condiment Man.
Said
Is
the
that
ketchup.
That doesn't look good.
Right in my mouth. What?
Oh,
Back to you, Rico.
This is
Oh my goodness.
today's
Oh
sponsor
my
is
God.
Styrofoam. Brought to you by.
How are you holding your beverage
How are you holding your warm or cold beverage?
and destroying the ecosystem?
No, but I mean, I don't have like that, the worst villain. or
Yeah.
something. Unless it's like something stupid, you know. But I can't think of none right now because most villains they upgrade them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's how you keep whenever you upgrade the superhero, you got to upgrade the villain too. So just like you can't have your superhero so OP that he's just whooping everybody. You got to have somebody that when he run against, like, boom,
Unless you're One Punch Man. Saitama. Oh, there's that.
no, somebody,
One Punch.
nobody got one punch.
He doesn't watch anime. Sorry.
Okay.
I know One Punch Man.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't he run up against somebody that gave him a problem?
No.
The Fly.
The Fly?
There was a fly. He was in his house. He's eating. He's like
Oh
trying to
yeah,
attack
he
the
never
fly.
killed that fly.
And the fly's like,
But then he went outside and smashed the hell out of the mosquito lady.
yeah, mosquito lady was like,
What?
Like all the blood went up the side of the wall.
blew her legs off and like, oh. Sneezed.
Yeah, but
Oh
I don't,
my
I don't, I don't
goodness.
have a villain that I hate. You know, that's
Mhm.
like just when they bring it out, I be like, oh, this mother. You know, and as far as heroes, I stick with the ones I like. I like my Batman. I like the original. No, out of Marvel, I like my X-Men.
Mhm.
I was a big Colossus fan. You know, everybody, oh, Wolverine, Wolverine. I like Colossus. I thought that was cool. Big, strong dude, turned metal and stuff like that. Wolverine was my boy too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got your picks out of the X-Men, but then in the end, you like all the X-Men because everybody got their own individuals, unique powers and stuff, power sets and stuff. You know, but it's just some of them. I don't. There's nobody I hate. I think everybody got their own creative thing going.
Mhm.
Back to you, Rico, in the studio.
Back to me.
He's got nothing. What I'm gonna say is
Okay.
what I do find annoying is I not so much hate. Is that like every character is like an Omega level X, Y, and Z. It's like
No,
this
it's
one's an
not.
Omega level mutant. Every time I listen to it, it's like
Who? Give me
Some
an
of them
example.
could get their powers pushed to that certain level, but a lot of them don't maintain that. They always show you people like Storm. She could unleash her stuff and be at the Omega level, but she's
what
not.
Iceman. They made him an Omega level.
Iceman is an
Iceman
Omega.
is an Omega level.
From Jump Street. He's always been
Yeah,
Omega.
he just never undid it. You know, he never did it.
Well, it's just it's recently that before he wasn't a like he didn't have all the powers that he did before. This is within the last 15 years he's become like
Who unleashes power? Wasn't that your girl White Queen? Didn't she unleash his Omega level?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because
they went like Super Saiyan.
like he's gone to hell and literally froze it over. He froze the entire ocean. He killed a couple people by freezing the water in their body.
In their bodies.
You know, he so yeah, that is if you're a world crusher, you are an Omega level mutant, like hands down. Some people argue
What about Kitty Pryde?
Kitty Pryde, she's definitely not an Omega
She's
level
not
mutant.
Omega level.
She can run through
You
walls.
just can't lock her up.
Yeah. Yeah.
R. Kelly couldn't keep her at his house.
I feel you were talking about
Was
Colossus.
it J-Con? Locked up, don't let me out.
Locked up, they won't let me out.
Except for Kitty Pryde. She'd get out and run down the street.
Right?
No. Now, what you saying about Colossus?
Yeah, Colossus. I want to see the same person that's playing the new Silver Surfer played Magic, Colossus' sister.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the New Mutants.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that film. That was a good movie. It came out during COVID, and so no one watched it. It came out at the same time that Bloodshot
watched
came
it.
out.
I didn't watch Bloodshot. I caught the ending of Bloodshot.
Mhm.
Because
But,
that's where I
like,
wanted to be at.
New Mutants was a great movie, and
And that girl, she looks like Magic.
she definitely does.
She definitely looked like Magic. So that was
And
cool.
I want to see, and she's gonna be playing the new Silver Surfer. I would rather see her go back and play Magic, and even have a New Mutants 2, or break them up, because she wasn't with the New Mutants forever.
No.
Like she had her own
She
solo
went off
series.
and did her own thing. She's powerful, dude. She has her own freaking dimension.
Yes.
Now, one thing I was questioning, I read something where when she teleports, she goes through a dimension
She goes
that.
through her dimension.
But I also heard Nightcrawler goes through that dimension as well.
I don't think Nightcrawler goes through
'Cause-
that dimension. He goes through.
The
He
fifth
goes through
dimension.
dimension. He goes through a dimension, but they're like, because one time Nightcrawler got caught up, and there was some beings that lived in that dimension, and when he was crossing over, he got caught. You should have this comic book, sir. You have this
Is
comic
it
book.
X-Men?
Yeah, it's
Or the
X-Men.
Excalibur?
Yeah, he has a club next one.
I think it was X-Men.
Yeah.
But X-Men, but Nightcrawler does go through a dimension. It's like it's a flip side
Mm-hmm.
of reality and stuff. So that's why he still knows how to bamf out of and stuff like that.
It was really
Don't
cool.
quote me if I'm wrong, but you know what I'm talking about, comic book people.
I don't know. I think, and they had the chance to basically explain that when they had Nightcrawler in X-Men movies.
But that didn't come until later.
Yeah. What that theory that he went?
Yeah, he
through
goes through. Yeah,
dimensions?
there was a comic book footage, just like they used to say, like they said that Cyclops' optic blast was from another dimension.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that still stands, or did they change?
I
that?
never heard about anything about that.
Leave us some notes in the comments if they've changed that, if you know
Like
or not.
last comic book I saw with Cyclops, he went full Omega.
Oh,
Um,
see? Oh my God.
Well, no, I'm just using that word. And I forgot who he was going up against. But he was at the point where it was like, yo, this is no return. He just took off his goggles, closed his eyes, opened them, and they did not go straight. It surrounded him and pulsated out like he became his own sun, and that's how strong he is. I wouldn't call him an Omega level mutant, but whoever,
Yeah, Colossus not Omega. I don't think.
not Colossus, Cyclops.
Cyclops. I mean
Yeah.
Cyclops. I don't see him that either. There's only a few I see as Omega level, like Magneto. He's Omega level.
He
He
is
draws
Omega.
his power from the magnetic field of the Earth.
Yeah,
So your boy, even when Fabian Cortez tried to rob him of his powers, he was left and he just got his stuff back by absorbing, you know what I'm saying, the magnetic field from the Earth and came back buck ass wild. You know what I'm saying? It's a few that's Omega level. Storm, she's Omega level. If you control certain, like especially elements,
yeah. I would say
you
Elementals.
yeah, elementals. If you could tap into the full force of the elemental or Gaia, the spirit of the earth, or whatever, stuff like that, you're gonna be Omega level because you drawing stuff from the whole freaking planet.
So would you say Scarlet Witch is an Omega level mutant?
Scarlet Witch
call her
is an entity that exists only in out of all the different dimensions. There's only one, supposed to be really only one Scarlet Witch. She's like what do they call that? A constant. That's
No, but during the show, she has all the different Scarlet Witches.
I'm talking about the comic books.
Well, no, during the show, there's only one Scarlet Witch. There's variants of her, but there's only one that possesses the powers that she has.
That was
I thought there was only one of the books, the Darkhold.
the
There's
Darkhold.
There's only one Darkhold in all the multiverse.
Well, I think that was just lazy writing.
Because I remember in Multiverse of Madness, she saw her variant, and her variant had kids, but she had no powers.
Yeah.
So I think you were right. Like, yeah, Scarlet
right.
Witch. Oh, you are right. Yeah, Scarlet Witch. There's only one that, out of all the variants, there's only one that possesses power. The rest of them are just human beings.
Okay.
They're Scarlet bitches.
Which makes sense because you can't be Scarlet Witch and take care of kids.
Yes, you can.
Clearly, you can.
You'll be a witch.
Listen, girls can do whatever they want. Okay.
Because girls are players too.
Whoa. This been wrong
around
direction.
the world, and girls are players too.
Yeah, cause girls is players too.
So what about Submariner? Are we looking forward to seeing anything about that? Are we going to see anything about that?
All I got to say about the Submariner in the movie, he skipped the gym.
He skipped the gym?
Hey, why you got hate on
Well,
dad bod?
I think it's cool.
He was more bulky. He was more like bat flip.
He was in the water. He was
What I
retaining
think is
water.
cool.
He was retaining water. He was retaining
Oh
water.
my god! What I thought was, and actually he was retaining water.
was
But
retaining
what
You
I,
had to, otherwise, yeah.
what I thought was cool about that was you don't have to be super big to be a superhero.
Listen to here.
What?
Don't change the freaking guideline. Submariner. From the beginning, this
Okay.
cat was like,
Yeah.
I hit the gym every day. I eat 600 grams of protein. I have this many carbs. This is my.
He was on a straight seafood
This is
diet.
my
What you
fat.
talking about?
You know what I'm saying? So I got
You
to
knew
get
his
in.
diet?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had his micros, his macros down pat. But yeah, he had little chicken wing on the side of his leg stuff. Stop playing with me. Dude in the movie looked like, I was all right. So I had a cheat day and I turned into a cheat
You
week.
look like Chris.
You know what I'm saying? I had a
Wow.
cheat week. That was wrong.
So when are we gonna start
I'm
playing
coming- I'm
dodgeball?
coming at you now. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, kids, focus.
Hi, how you doing, guys? Pop into culture.
What up, man? We're popping, all right.
All right, sir.
Wait, hold on. Pause. How do you go from let's talk about comics to hey, we're doing dodgeball?
Meanwhile, on the other side of Gotham, Rico's thinking about dodgeball.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
All right,
know.
and we're back. We're popping through culture.
Popping.
Nerdy
Popping.
stuff.
I just want to play dodgeball, man. I just.
That's like that damn movie. Squirrel.
Yeah, right.
Dodgeball.
I'm gonna make sure I have a squirrel run across the thing.
You got to do a big squirrel. It's got to be a big one. A big squirrel. A big ass nut.
It's just gonna be like a cut scene of a squirrel.
Yeah, do a cutscene of the squirrel and just look. Because I'm like, that is true. Where did your dodgeball came
Oh
from?
god.
Oh, you want to get back on comic books?
Yeah.
Are you still collecting comics?
Listen,
Are people still collecting comics?
Are people still collecting
Are
comics?
people still collecting comics?
Sir, every time I come here, I buy at least 2 comics.
Okay.
I actually have a box of comics.
So yeah, so you're actively collecting comics.
Actively.
Well, what made you stop and start back up?
Prices, inflation,
No.
wholeflation.
Wholeflation. No.
Hoflation?
Yeah, them
Yeah.
hoes be playing.
I knew
Yeah, I
we were
have
going
that
that
whole
way.
Them hoes be charging too much.
Well, no, I've always collected comics. It's just that I had to get rid of comics because when
Yeah.
I moved, I was downsized. I pretty much downsized. So I moved twice in a year.
That's
I
why
moved
I
twice.
let him keep the comic books.
Yeah, pretty much.
He got a whooping.
I had to sell them, you know. But no, I want to. Yeah, I want to. I had.
Oh, your beans aren't cheap.
Yeah. Beans. What? What'd you say?
What?
Your hair is awesome.
Listen.
By the way.
Just because I ate all your watermelon,
Ooh.
all right?
He said that because I had fried chicken tonight. That's the only reason why he's saying that. It's okay. Brought to you by Styrofoam.
Oh my goodness.
How are you killing the environment today?
Right?
Doing my duty.
Gee, that is not biodegradable.
Yeah, seriously. Wow.
I'm just gonna keep it with me.
Yeah, forever.
That's
But
it.
back to collecting those comic books.
Yeah,
first.
what happened?
What
Yeah,
happened?
no, I was always going to collect comics. Either, also I wasn't near a comic book store to go to, but I would, growing up, I would always go to a comic book store and I had a plethora of comics. Listen, how many times I come into the store and be like, motherfucker, I had this comic. Oh, shit, I had this comic.
Yeah.
Bleep
How
that
many
Mother
times?
Smucker
I
out.
know, right?
Jesus.
He has a lot of
Captain
editing to do.
If you're a superhero, your name would be Captain Potty Mouth.
You got me all riled up now.
Yeah, you're right. He's right.
Go ahead, anger man. So we just asked you about collecting your comic. You know, got all the Is that a microaggression?
He's at Megan level mad.
I'm getting a little angry.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? What about you? You collect comics? You make comics?
I don't collect
So-
comics. I create universes.
Well,
No, I actually do collect, but I collect rare ones though. I'm kind of like the Funko Pops and stuff. Everybody, I just collected rare ones that was special to me.
do you still do that?
Yeah.
Well, when was the last time you bought a comic book?
The other week when I was in here with my wife.
You bought a comic book for me? Did you? What comic book did you buy?
The one Picasso, like
Artificial.
Van Gogh. Yeah,
Artificial.
Yeah, that's my
Issue
last
2 is out.
Where is it?
I got to get it in the shop. Yeah.
So you don't have it in the shop?
No, I don't. But I'll make
Meanwhile,
sure.
on the other
Chris
side
O'Hara,
of issue
come on,
2,
we got to talk. We got to get that figured out. So that's what's up. So yeah, I don't collect. I collect comics, but you know what I really miss? I miss going to comic shops. Since I own a comic book store, I don't go into other comic book shops.
Why not, sir?
Because you don't give them the business.
That's a good way to steal
Well,
merchandise.
but at the same time, it's like yeah, exactly. It's a double-edged sword. Like I have the means to get comic books whenever I want. So me going into a comic book shop to buy comics, why would I pay full price when I can get them?
Well, that's like
But
that doesn't make any sense. It's like if
You're right,
a
it
chef,
doesn't.
if you're a chef, I'm never gonna go to another restaurant.
yeah, I mean I guess that's what I'm.
Or
getting
if
to.
you was a pimp,
Right.
would you fuck with other hoes?
Right? Would you cross pimp?
Would you
Whoa,
cross
whoa,
You don't cross the streams.
Captain Potty Mouth over here too.
That's
huh?
Mr. Potty Mouth to
Mr.
you.
Potty Mouth.
You
Uh-huh.
better
Like, I
You didn't there, I
genuinely-
was catch that.
do the bleep
These
over
guys,
it.
oh my goodness. I genuinely miss going into comic book shop, and I miss that feeling of, man, I'm just in I'm in my element. Even though, yeah, I'm surrounded by 6 days
But
a
you
week.
you can go to other comic. There's no one holding you back from going.
What other comic book shops am I gonna go to?
Sir, well, you're gonna have to get in your car. You're gonna have to get on Interstate 10. Go
Yeah.
west. You know what I'm saying? Go to Texas.
Pass the donkey.
Texas. We live in Florida.
Pass the
I don't
donkey.
know.
I gotta drive.
Why don't you go up to Emerald? What is it? What is it?
That's
not Emerald. Not Emerald
not
City.
com-
City,
Comics.
oh, going to Oz?
No, they got Emerald City Comics up in what is it, like up towards Tampa? I think it is.
I gotta drive 2 hours for the next.
Dude,
comic shop.
I'm telling you where good ones at. I know some good ones, but they're not.
Oh, you go
around
to
here.
Gods and Monsters in Orlando?
I gotta drive 3 hours to the next comic
Well,
shop.
Jesus
Just
Christ,
like-
you're asking
just
where the
to go
place
to
is
the
at,
comic
right?
shop?
So we're telling him, and he's
Well, we should actually we should start making videos of going to other comic book stores
and stealing.
and just and
Yeah.
and stealing. Yes.
He'll be Robin Hood. I'm Little John.
No, and
Maid Marian. Look at that hair.
and just see what they got, and just hang out. And
You
it'll
could do it. Tell them how you could reach out to other comic shop and be like, hey, my name is Rico. I'm a fellow comic book shop owner. I want to come to your place and shoot a podcast.
Well, no,
You
I
can
don't
do
want.
that.
Well, yeah. Okay, you want
Ooh,
to talk
that's
about it
gonna
from
be
that
good.
I
perspective?
know. Once again, I've done it.
You should be in the center seat more often.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Styrofoam.
That's how you said something.
That's such a
valuable.
bad sponsor.
Look,
I
that's
recycle.
the
by
best
the way.
sponsor. Going to be around forever.
I recycle.
I recycle.
Sponsor.
That sponsor's going to be around forever.
Oh my goodness.
But you should do that. So
Yeah.
reach out to your fellow comic book shop owners.
Yeah,
Let
I
them
do
know
want to do that.
Your name is Rico Swurve.
No, I don't want to do that.
Rico
No.
Mix Suave?
Just
Tasty,
Rico.
tasty
No, he
mix
doesn't
smooth?
like that. No, he
You don't
doesn't
like that?
No, like why would I?
You didn't like Gerardo?
He's gonna go start throwing pissy cups soon.
Rico.
Suave.
This guy.
Oh boy! Wow. Am I adding this into the edit?
All right, sorry. Let's.
All right.
Hey, how about going to that comic book shop? I went through culture back then. That was pop culture right
All
there.
my life. All my life.
Really? Yes,
No,
sir.
yeah, all my life.
What do you think about me? The last name McDonald. But I used to tell the kids,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
they were hating it.
Yeah,
You know-
they were hating it.
Because I tell them, you're going to get that Big Mac backed up by that large fry. You want some?
That's what you said.
Because you can get it to go, baby. It's real.
Well, you got some, your wrists are so tiny.
I'm a man.
You got some
Manly,
small
smooth.
wrists. No.
He's a
You got
smooth
small
wrist.
ass wrists, man.
Sir, but they pack a punch. You want some of this? I give you a small fry to go with a Whopper tuna. No,
We're different brands now, here, guys.
you know what I'm talking about. I give you what do they have at McDonald's? The small burgers?
McDouble?
No. Quarter pounder.
Quarter
I would put a quarter and pound. That don't even sound right.
Where you going?
Back to you, Chris, in the studio.
Chris, are you working right now?
Are you freaking working,
What are you
Chris?
doing?
Listen, I am always working, guys.
You mother
It's
father,
called
you.
multitasking.
Mother father.
Mother front door. Shut the front door. What am I doing? I'm listening to you guys. We're talking. We're popping the culture. Listen.
Yo, I'm
This
good.
dude is popping through work. He's cheating on us.
And listen, at the end of the day, I gotta multitask.
At the end of the day, a man's got to do
Man's
what
gotta
a
do
man.
what
So,
man
yo,
does
what is your new creation?
What are you working on there,
What are you
Crystal
working on?
Brown?
What am I working on?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm working on
Lion
The
King.
Hellbat.
Oh.
Ooh.
What the hell is that a bat?
So we got a
It's the,
Hellbat helmet.
It's the Hell Rat. So
The Hell Rat. I like that. Get some teeth.
Where you planning on wearing that at?
I am planning on wearing this on the 5 cons I am planning for
Midlife
2024.
crisis.
I am not going through midlife crisis.
I think so.
So
Listen,
Chris
Are you
is
gonna get like that fast
he's gonna
car and get like-
globetrot United States and have this random expedition of going to every Comic-Con this year. I call it a midlife crisis. He calls it what? What do you call this?
I call it finally seizing my destiny.
I call it a sports car and
And
a
he didn't
20-year-old.
even invite us. He didn't invite
I know.
us. Did he?
I know
I
I
had
didn't
to
invite
find
me.
out through social media.
No,
What-
we
what
talked
So
about
Technically,
this.
I was the last one to find out.
What
No.
up with that, Chris?
No.
Actually, he told me when I
Oh,
was,
he told you.
when I was at his house
Oh.
and I showed up and then my car almost got hit because they don't have parking
Yeah.
for regular people in nice cars.
Did he invite you? He said, "Hey, you want to go?"
He invited me to his house, but he gave me the wrong address. I was like driving around the neighborhood,
I didn't realize I gave you the wrong address.
and lucky I was in a nice car. I probably got pulled over. Woo, sir, what are you doing around here? I'm looking for Chris. Don't nobody here named Chris. Get out of the car. Well, he gave me the wrong address. He did, and I was like, Chris, where you at? I gave you my address. And I told him, oh, I was like behind his house. He was sending me to random people's house, just trying. Then he got in his house. He gave me grapes, and
Yeah.
I was better. I was okay.
Yeah, he invited me over for a Christmas party.
Oh yeah, we're going to Chris'
And
house for
he
a
still
party.
hasn't given me his address.
He'll tell you that day of.
Yeah,
He'll
day
give you the wrong address.
He's still making a decision about if he really wants to invite me or not.
Day of, and then I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot and walk you over blindfolded.
Yeah. God,
Throw me in a van.
Speaking of
with a
which,
bag
I
on.
gotta know what what kind of food do your kids eat? They're like chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
You see
8
how
and
he went
9.
chicken. So he went to
You know,
chicken.
Chicken. Why?
Chicken.
nuggets,
Nuggets.
nugs.
What kind of fruit you gotta
Chicken
have?
nudes.
Watermelon.
Huh?
What kind of drinks you having?
High C.
Every kind of
sweet
fruit,
tea?
every kind of fruit
punch,
except for
grape
grapes.
drink.
If you don't have grapes,
Grape drink.
I'm gonna huff. I'm
And
gonna
I'm-
puff, and I'm gonna push your house over. They're gonna be grapes there.
There will be grapes.
Look,
Be grapes.
There
Look.
will be grapes.
they better beat grapes there. I swear to God. I'm gonna get real angry.
Oh my goodness.
So, what were we talking about?
Grapes.
And
Grapes?
grape drink.
Wow.
Wow.
Grape drink.
Wow.
You know what? I don't.
Hey, I was gonna say it, but you know,
I'll take
I said it.
what's in that cup? Grape drink.
Little hint.
Nothing. This is nothing. He's drinking nothing, by the way.
That's because people have you come over to their shop and they don't have water.
Water.
Water?
But no. So the so 2024. No, I'm not going through a midlife crisis, guys.
Mhm.
It's cool. I've never had a chance to do this because this is now.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
What?
sorry.
You say something?
No,
What? Huh?
no,
What?
never.
What's that bald spot under your hat?
Wow.
Ooh.
Do I have one? Ooh, daddy, smooth, baby.
Dude, look at that.
Smooth, daddy, smooth.
Like a milk dud.
You know what, Rico? I'll see you after school in the parking lot. See if it's
So-
Oh my goodness.
So no, I've been so I'm in 3D printing or cosplay prop making for 3 years now.
What's your name again of your company?
Make It Nerdie.
What?
Make It Nerdie.
Nerdy?
So make sure you are liking and following on TikTok and Instagram, also. So anyway, but no, I wanted to do the cons because I want to be able to go and promote my brand and be able to go out and do networking and talking to other people and reaching out to the people that I see on social media and they were friends with and stuff like that
He's
and,
nice. It's nice.
and really to
He's okay.
expand the and really to expand the
Swurvers?
brand of
Reflection
Swurve
Comics?
and Nerdie's.
Reflection.
Reflection Comics. So I gotta, you want to bring your stickers and everything? I'll drop them off in the garbage can. But that's okay. Wow. See, I told you. You come at me.
Why are you so
Ooh.
angry,
See, you
Chris?
come
right
at
now?
me. Fisticuffs. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
But hey,
put
listen,
'em
guys.
on, put 'em
We
on.
we talked about it, and we're going to be doing
Yeah, we actually did talk about
old
it.
time comic show.
Yes, we are.
Yes, and then
March
we talked
23rd.
about MegaCon, and you said I'm broke as hell, so I can't go to
I
MegaCon.
did say
Mega,
that.
it ain't the fact of being
I
broke.
saw
It's
that.
like if you didn't get
Exact words.
if
We're
you
broke
didn't
as
get in
hell.
on MegaCon months ago, yeah,
Yeah.
it's over. Put in for MegaCon
No, you
in
have
2025.
to literally have to book MegaCon for next year now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to bid now.
For sure.
Or you wait till the day after. As soon as they open up that thing and say that, you have to be. You got to be on it.
Oh, BT Dubs. I looked at the prices for the tables for a booth for one to two booths. It's for the 4 days that it's on, $1,700.
Yeah,
That's the whole 4 days?
Yes.
Or per
yeah,
day?
that's the whole 4 days.
That's a whole 4 days, so $1,700 for 4 days, and so it's a 10x10 space with one table.
So you have to pay additional for extra tables?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so each additional booth that you're getting,
That's
and
crazy.
then if you want a corner booth,
That's gonna run
that's
you
another $250 for the corner booth.
and a testicle.
Yes.
This one.
So
Wow.
That's why I do.
Wow.
Wow. It's Artist Alley, man, and you're. I mean, you're.
I mean, Rico, you
MegaCon is nice, but
Mhm.
you're like this. This is your table, right?
Yeah.
And it's I'm about the size of it. So you get like Artist
Six
Alley,
foot table.
but then the other person is like right there. Can I borrow some water? Like
Yeah.
right there. And the other person, the booth, they might have a little slit in between there. Is
Like, just enough to walk in
Just
and out?
just
well,
enough to slide.
Well, that's like every convention.
Yeah.
Every conventions are on top
It's
of
not
each other.
true.
Like which one?
Yeah, name one. Because every convention I've worked at is
Infinity,
basically like
Infinity
that.
Con and Kissimmee.
It was more. It was spaced
nice,
out.
They have nice spaces.
Were they?
Yeah.
I mean-
No bullshit.
I mean, Great Charlie Con, they were on top of each other.
That's how you like it.
Man,
Right on top.
Charlie Con.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, if you guys wanted to do like MegaCon, but we're gonna be doing old time comic show, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Old
you
Time
gonna be there?
I got my application approved, so I just gotta
You didn't pay the money?
For some reason, it wasn't going through. I don't know. Freaking
Was it
But-
was there funds in your account?
I checked all 8 of my cards, so they looked okay.
Oh, hey,
Drug dealer.
I know, right?
What they call you?
What do you-
Make it dopey?
Making
Making dope? No,
Making
making cake,
Baking pies.
making cookies.
You know he's from New York, right? He's baking pies.
I mean, I was a baker at one point.
Yeah, front.
What about a candlestick maker?
That was my previous. We don't talk about that one.
What about Gingy?
Let's just reel this back
Oh,
in.
boy. Okay.
March
So,
23rd,
All right,
Old
sorry.
Time Comic Show.
March 23rd, Old Time Comic Show.
You can
I'll
find
be
us.
there. The Swurverse will be there.
Reflection Comics is going to
The
be there.
Rico and the nerd.
And the maker of the nerds.
The nerds are making it.
He's going to be here.
And
Be
so,
there.
Where is Old Time Comic Show?
Come here in Punta, Gorda,
gonna
Florida.
be in- where?
At the convention center.
Waka
Sucker.
waka waka, Punta Gorda.
Yo, we're like lifting up Old Time Comic Show now too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh, and Old Time Comic Show, I got the green light to interview any guest that's going to be there.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we can have our podcast there.
So can I get interviewed there?
No, you don't count. You don't count.
Yeah.
You pay to get in comic stuff.
This is where you pull out the African American Express card.
Some places don't take.
They
that.
do. They take that one. If not, you will take it after the lawsuit. It's okay.
But yeah, of course, I'm going to talk. You're going to, yeah.
I'm act shy like, yes, I'm from Swurve Comics. What do you do? I draw.
I draw.
Right.
Sometimes.
I
So-
draw.
so
I
anyway,
read well.
Go ahead.
I read good.
I read good.
Yeah, right. So guys, it's been a fun episode. We've we've gone through DC, we've gone through Marvel. We talked about future plans for us for the coming year
I
2024.
think we really just talked about your future plans. When the hell
Well, we were talking about us going to
Time
the
out.
show.
Let's not. You want to feel a part of that? Let's talk about.
You want
Let's talk about your future plans.
future plans
with
for issue 2 and
issue
issue
2.
3. Let's go.
future plans, sir.
Future plans.
in the future they will be out. Next Rico.
Well,
I'll see
as
both of
Mr.
you
Make It
outside.
Nerdie was saying, this is Rico from Reflection Comics, and you guys keep reading. And we got my homeboy Chris.
Keep making it nerdy, guys.
And I am MD McDonald. And you've just entered the Swurverse.
And this is Popping Through Comics.
Pop, 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 pop.
Popping through culture.
Popping Through Culture.
Popping.
Wow.
Oh,
He
this
doesn't know what
is the one of
podcast
those
he's on.
episodes.
We're gonna go back. Take 2, guys.
This is Rico from Reflection Comics. This is Cristobal from Making It Nerdy, and I am your host, MD McDonald.
That was perfect.
Entering the Swurverse. We bid you farewell and good night, my friends.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda